Hey guys,
Hey y'all.
Christy and I are here with another topic, and that topic is convention safety. Now, we've talked about it numerous times throughout the years, but like Christy and I was saying, it's a new year. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have conventions lined up that you plan on going to. And some people, this might be your first time going to a convention that you plan to go to for this new year. So I think we all need a reminder of this topic. So we're going to get started.
And if there's anything that maybe we might have missed, or
Yeah.
maybe something that you'd like to suggest,
Yeah.
please mention it in the comments on the video.
Yes. Okay. So conventions are fun. Christy and I love them. We've been going to them for a long time. Since 2007.
We knew this. We sure did.
Yeah. But you have to, stay vigilant and keep, think, safety. You be on the lookout. Conventions are times to nerd out, vacation, whether it's, a 3-day convention, 4-day, maybe 2 days or a day. But you really have to be alert to things. And that's just the world that we live in. So, for one thing, people, especially people that criminals, they a lot of times they know when these conventions are happening, and they know a lot of times when people are not from a certain area. So it's like when you attend these conventions, wherever city that's in, you're kind of a target to some people, unfortunately. So we always say to stay in a group if you can, like when you're headed to the convention or you're leaving, especially at night, even in daytime. And if you don't, let's just say some people be like, well, I'm a lone wolf. Okay, you're a lone wolf, but still stay, even if you're not with this group of people, still kind of stay, I would say, nearby, a group of, so people, it might look to the person that's trying to target you or whatever. They see, okay, they're in a group, I'm not gonna mess with them.
Also, with that, now you may not be familiar with the area, as a lot of people may not be that are attending the con. So you definitely want to be aware of your surroundings, and just kind of paying attention to. You don't want to be paranoid, but you want to be aware. Right. So being aware of maybe somebody that could possibly be seemingly following you. Also being aware of like maybe, just like the proximity of people to you as well, because in some instances, people may be possibly targeting con-goers, to pickpocket them,
Yeah.
or to stick them up for things. So you need to be aware. Any of your personal belongings and things, like if you carry like a bag, like most people do carry like bags to house like their souvenirs or food or whatever, a water bottle. With that, you may have like your wallet and things like that in there, but definitely do not put your wallet like in like a pocket that's easily accessible. You want to keep that on your person. So if you do happen to put it in your bag or whatever, put the bag on the front of you. It shouldn't be on your back so that you can see it.
And get like a specialty wallet, because a lot of people got those what they call skimmers.
Yeah, the RFID wallets. I don't know what it stands for, but it prevents like the people, like Kendra was saying, like with like the skimmer technology, because they don't even have to take your card. They can just walk past you and swipe all of your information and wipe your account out. It's happened to a coworker of mine.
Yeah, these criminals, they're creative. And that's why, like what Christy was saying, just being aware of your surroundings, I would say do research to like where the con is going to be at, because like Christy was saying, like, of course, you may want to explore, like if you're hungry, get going to this restaurant, but there's just certain areas that you may want to stay out of.
And you can kind of tell when you're looking around at the area, the surrounding area, and like the people that may be just hanging out there. You can kind of tell.
You just know.
You get a vibe.
And it's like, and if you're in cosplay, you're even more going to stick out like a sore thumb. So I would definitely just stay within like the convention center, any of the restaurants that are nearby. And like I was saying earlier, stay if you have friends with you, stay in groups
Hmm.
because unfortunately, when you're by yourself, you're more of a target, and most definitely at nighttime.
Oh, I was gonna say something too. If you are gonna happen to venture out to like a restaurant, or maybe there's like a venue or something that you're wanting to check out, um, if it's in your budget, opt to take a Lyft or an Uber.
Yeah,
If it's at night and you're traveling, like to go back to your hotel, and it's and you don't feel comfortable like walking or whatever, you don't have like a group of people to go back with you, take a Lyft or an Uber. Or if you have friends, walk together with them.
hmm
Um,
or walk like I was saying. Like, I mean, some people I know, like they said, they're a lone wolf, but it's like if I'm just going for me, I would just ask someone. Like if I'm by myself and I see a group of people and they're headed in the direction that I'm going, like say
mhm.
I want to go back to the hotel, I'm just like, hey, I'm headed this way to my hotel. Is it all right? If I walk with you guys, I don't feel comfortable walking by myself.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong in doing that. And also too, um, our dad, he bought us the little mini pepper sprays
Or taser.
at Taste.
Tear
So it's like
gunners.
I would, yeah, and you could get them off of Amazon. It's very smart to carry those on you. I'm serious because you just never know, and also it comes with like a little alarm with it too. So it's like you press it, and the alarm goes off, and then you have the pepper spray. So that's something that you might want to consider.
Possibly. Only thing with that though, especially like with the cons, and
Oh, they may
depending
not
on,
allow it.
they may not allow that. So I would say the best bet, probably not carry those things, but just definitely using the resources that you have. Your eyes,
Right.
ears. You gotta be listening. About your surroundings. You can't be, and of course, it's a fun time, and you want to totally immerse yourself in the experience, and that's cool. But do not be oblivious to your
Yeah, you
surroundings.
gotta stay vigilant.
Keep your head on a swivel, child.
And like Chris said with the pack of packing like your things, like pack small, like get like the little small little bags like she was saying, and
And be front
yeah,
facing.
front facing. I wouldn't pack like a large bag, and I definitely wouldn't have like a large bag that brings a attention to me, that looks, what I'm saying, like fancy and all that stuff. Something plain. So
Yeah. Don't leave your belongings unattended
right.
unless you have like a trusted friend
hmm
that's not gonna leave you sitting on the counter.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
happened to people. They belongings got stolen, or their badge got stolen.
And then you're out of what, like 50 to 100, over
Yeah,
$100
you
of
got to buy another
admissions.
badge unless that person is decent enough to go to the front desk to return it.
Yes.
But also too, just like we were saying, being vigilant, like even inside the convention, because you have people that attend conventions that are con goers that can be predators too. And I can't remember the convention that it was, but I was reading on it, and a lot of these conventions are taking like the water fountains out, like the free jugs of water normally, because someone had spiked it.
Oh.
Yeah, they spiked the water, and obviously they was trying to drug some people. So
Yeah.
it's like that's insane to me. So I would say I would pack my own water. Now, after hearing that, like if it's water fountains at a con now, I'm just being real. I wouldn't even drink from it. I would just pack my own water. And I know some conventions, they don't want outside food coming into the convention. So I would say like at your hotel, stay hydrated, get your water intake in, and then head over to the con. Cause it's just, I know people be like, oh my goodness, you're being paranoid, but it's just the times that we live in, unfortunately. So it's like I would just bring my own water, drink at the hotel, and then head to the con. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even. I'm serious. I wouldn't even trust if they have a water fountain there. The jug water. I wouldn't even drink it
And
after hearing that.
and if you hadn't already said this, I'm sorry, I was responding to a text from Kenneth. Sorry, but our brother. But the other thing too, if Kendra hasn't already said it, but because some cons, they are like in areas where they do serve alcohol.
Yeah.
Don't accept drinks from people you don't know,
and don't leave it unattended if you have to go to the bathroom.
If you left it, that's it. Don't drink any more of it. Don't consume it. Throw it in the trash.
Right.
And go and get yourself a fresh one. But don't ever go back to an unattended drink, because somebody could have been watching you the whole time and it was like, ooh, I'm liking that Chung Lia cameo over there. I'm about to see what's going on with her. What's good with her. And I'm about to drop this up in her drink. Yes. And we about to go somewhere.
You have to be careful. And that goes to like with meetups. Like I said, the internet, a lot of these social media sites and things like that, it's cool connecting with others, but unfortunately you don't really know that person until you like actually get to know them in person. And people can be anybody they want to be online. So it's like, if you plan to meet an individual at a convention, that's fine, but do it at the convention where it's a lot of people around. Don't be wandering off. Like if they're like, okay, let's meet at my hotel. No, don't do none of that.
Nope.
Meet them at the con where it's a lot of people. And, if you do that and you meet them and they are who they say they are, don't even go back. If they're like, okay, you talk for a good while and they're like, okay, let's go back to, my hotel, or we could go back to your, no, we're going to stay at the con and talk.
And if you're wanting to, like for like the group photos and things like that, do them within a group.
Yeah.
Do not meet them somewhere like say their room or like an isolated
venue. Photographer.
Yeah. Do not do that. You need to meet them with a group, and if they don't agree to that, it's something sketchy. They're up to no good. Do not agree to meet them. You can always set up your own thing and meet up with some people that are really trying to take pictures,
right,
and not take advantage of.
Because even if it's by yourself, like I said, with a photographer, and they're wanting you could go to like a professional photographer and have it in a public place. If it's just you solo dolo, you just want pictures of yourself.
But don't go to their hotel.
But no, not go to their hotel or like outside the con, like somewhere else. You need to stay within the convention.
There's safety in numbers.
It definitely is.
And if you are a person that is maybe, if you see something and you're, out and attending the con, you see something, say something. Because, not only are you there to enjoy the convention and you want to be safe, but everybody else that's attending.
Yeah.
The attendees, the staff members, law enforcement.
Yeah, you have to take things seriously. Like if you're seeing, like especially back to like social media, if you're seeing like posts with people like, I'm planning to go to this convention and I'm going to do XYZ, you need to let the convention know.
You need to find a staff member if you see something. If you see a law enforcement officer, which a lot of times police are there, which I am very happy to see their presence there, because it deters a lot of stupid behavior from popping off. But you need to pull somebody aside and let them know that, so that the convention, the staff, and whomever can respond appropriately.
Yeah, don't be afraid to speak up. Even if
they're a false alarm, you never know.
Yeah,
you just never know.
Better safe than sorry. So don't be afraid to speak up. And like also too, like if you're seeing, because the con creeps.
Oh yeah, there's always an abundance of those. Yes. They just respawn and attend every
and con. Cosplay is not consent, and that's true. Like Kristen and I was saying, you guys know how we feel with the over-sexualized cosplay, but at the same time, nobody deserves to get groped or anything, regardless of what they're wearing. Nobody.
Or
catcalling. No, yeah, that shouldn't be. And if you're experiencing that, don't be afraid to speak up and be like, hey, and go to a staff member or like an officer there, or you witness that happening to somebody else. Don't be afraid to, speak up and let a staff member know what this person's doing to this individual.
Yeah, because unfortunately, there's a lot of things that, can and sometimes do happen at the conventions. And I mean, they definitely could have been avoided if somebody would have just taken that initial step in just reporting.
Right.
or you see somebody like saying something to somebody in a cosplay. Maybe they like the character and they say something that is smeg you will in
Yeah.
nature, and they're visibly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Say something.
Yeah.
Like it can be a group of you. Like, hey, leave them alone. That's all. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah. Or you could be like, I'm not gonna. No, we said our safe word is we gotta head to that panel because
Yeah.
if I see that happening to a person and they're uncomfortable, I'll go even if they don't know me. I'll go over there and be like, hey, we gotta head to that panel and take the.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Yeah.
We were looking for you. Come on, girl. Let's go to this panel.
Yeah. Because it's a lot of con creeps. And then also too, another thing, with like I know they check weapons and things like that at conventions, but one year when we went to a convention, one of our friends told us that I don't want to say the name of the convention, but one of our friends had told us, and this was late at night, mind you, but this guy came in with the actual real sword inside the con, and I don't know how the staff member, let him get through. But
he wasn't concerned. They just wanted free membership.
Yeah, and then it's late, and but he got through, and I don't know if our friend told another staff member. I can't remember, but the other staff member that was doing what they were supposed to do was like, "Hey, you can't be in here. You gotta get out." So yeah, it's not. I think some people will be like, "I don't want to be seen as like a tattletale," but it's like, look, real weapons are not allowed to be in here. If you seeing somebody with a real sword, GUN.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you gotta say something. Because you don't know what they could be planning, and
you just don't know.
It's at that point it's about preservation and saving people's lives, because you don't know what their intentions are.
You don't.
And I mean, it's just like, look, we're not here. This is not that kind of convention.
Right.
These should be props. They should not be real, paraphernalia that you out here trying to hurt.
Yeah. And another thing too, I don't think we mentioned, but also like what Chrissy was saying, stay vigilant and alert. And it's not, like I said, to be like paranoid and you're like shaking. You're like, oh my God, oh my God. But when you go, some people, that might be their first time going to this con, so they don't know the layout. But if it's been like numerous times you've been to this con, you kind of remember how the layout is. So our advice is look around and see where the emergency exits are.
Yes.
And each, I don't know how many, whatever floor, if it's more than one floor, just look around like, okay, there's one right there. There's one right there. Even when you're sitting in a panel, because in case of an emergency and God forbid, if something ever did happen, you would know where to go, to run to get out. So yeah, always look, examine the con, the layout, everything, get familiar with it. And, remember where emergency doors are at.
That is a very good thing. And then also, like, in the case of, like, a possible, like, active pew-pewer.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like, the one, like, I know it's, like, different things, but, like, they say, like, if you're able to get away, of course, do that. Put some distance between yourself and that person. If that's not an option, hiding and barricading like the area where you're at, right, so where they cannot get in. And if you don't have that as an option, the last option is to try to whoop it. And that's when you got a group of people and y'all be like, look, we got to do this.
Yeah, and I know, whoever comes across this and you're like, oh my goodness, they're paranoid, I'm scared. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
But we're just here because we care. And this is the world that we live in, unfortunately. So you have to stay alert and vigilant wherever you go. And I'm not saying that you can't enjoy yourself at conventions, because we do, but you want to think smart.
Yeah, and don't do things to put yourself potentially in harm's way by making like, poor choices, poor decisions. Oh, excuse me. Like, such as like being under like the influence of alcohol.
Yeah, be sober minded. Like there's nothing wrong with a drink, but don't get like sloppy drunk,
to where you don't even know what's going on. Yeah. Because I mean, in situations like that, you are targeted at that point. You're
Mm-hmm.
you're unconscious at a public place, and people don't know somebody's sitting with you and they thinking that you know them, and they take you off somewhere. Or if you're like not completely aware and you order an Uber or a Lyft,
Yeah.
and sometimes, which has happened, drivers have taken advantage of passengers.
Yeah, it happens. So, okay, this this could be like a part 2 or 3, but I don't want the video to be too long. But I think we said most of what we wanted to say.
Yeah.
I think we did. So, but like Christy said earlier in this video, if it's something else that we missed out on, please leave it in the comments. And until next time, bye. And remember to stay vigilant and safe at these conventions.
And prevention is the best safety measure.
That's right. Bye bye.
Bye. Love y'all.
Mwah, mwah.